Today, we all have assembled here for full court farewell reference of Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath, Judge, High Court of Jharkhand, Ranchi. May I have the permission of my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, to commence the proceeding of the full court farewell reference. I request my Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, to address us on this occasion.
My esteemed sister and brother judges, learned Advocate General, and the learned Additional Advocate Generals and other law officers, learned Additional Solicitor General, and learned Deputy Solicitor General, learned Chairman, Jharkhand State Bar Council, learned Secretary and other office bearers of the Advocates Association, High Court of Jharkhand, learned Senior Advocates, learned Registrar General, other learned registrars and members of the registry, learned members of the bar, respected spouses of honorable judges, and esteemed family members of Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath, ladies and gentlemen. Today the full court assembles to mark a solemn moment of mixed emotions as we bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath, who demits office upon attaining the age of superannuation. While his retirement brings with it a sense of loss to this institution, it also provides an occasion for reflection and for placing on record the deep appreciation of this court for a judicial career marked with dignity, dedication, restraint, and quiet distinction, spanning over 24 years of service to the judiciary. Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath was born on 24th December 1963 at Ranchi in the then state of Bihar, now Jharkhand. Born into a family of lawyers, he inherited from an early age a deep respect for the rule of law and the noble traditions of the bar and the bench. His academic journey reflects both intellectual breadth and discipline. He completed his BSc Honours in Chemistry from St. Xavier's College, Ranchi, and thereafter pursued legal studies at the Campus Law Center, Delhi, from where he obtained his law degree in the year 1988. This grounding in science, combined with legal education, lent analytical precision, clarity of thought, and balance to his judicial approach. Upon entering the legal profession, Justice Nath commenced practice at Ranchi bench of the Patna High Court. Subsequently, he practiced before the High Court of Jharkhand, as well as before the Civil Court Ranchi, handling both civil and criminal matters. His 13 years at the bar were marked by sincerity, meticulous preparation, and professional restraint, qualities that later became defining hallmarks of his judicial career and approach on the bench. On 24th of December 2001, he joined the Jharkhand Superior Judicial Services as an additional session judge, embarking upon a distinguished tenure in the district judiciary. During this phase, he discharged his judicial responsibilities with diligence, firmness, and a deep sense of fairness. He served as Principal District Judge, Dhanbad, on 2 occasions, and also as Principal District Judge, Deoghar. In these assignments, he combined authority with empathy and decisiveness, with balance, contributing significantly to the effective administration of justice at the district level. In addition to his judicial assignments, Justice Nath rendered invaluable service to this court in several important administrative capacities. He served as a Joint Registrar, List and Computer, Central Project Coordinator, Joint Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, Registrar Vigilance, and eventually as Registrar General of the High Court of Jharkhand. In these roles, he demonstrated exceptional administrative competence, quiet efficiency, and a deep sense of institutional responsibility. His work contributed meaningfully to strengthening court administration, improving systems, and ensuring smooth institutional functioning during demanding phases. His elevation as a permanent judge of the High Court of Jharkhand on 8th October 2021 was a natural culmination of decades of devoted service. As a judge of this court, he has been widely respected for his sober demeanor, sound legal acumen, intellectual clarity, and gentle yet firm conduct of court proceedings. His judicial work is marked by careful appreciation of facts, faithful application of law, and a consensus concern for justice. His judgments consistently reflect fairness, reason, and judicial restraint, earning him a clear distinction amongst not only his colleagues, but the entire bar. Among his notable judicial contributions, reference may be made to Birmani Pandey and another versus State of Jharkhand and others, 2025 SCC Online Jharkhand 1363, wherein Justice Nath reiterated the principle that once a writ petition stands disposed of, the court becomes functus officio, and post-disposal applications under Section 151 of the Code of Civil Procedure cannot be used to reopen concluded issues or grant additional substantive relief, thereby reinforcing procedural discipline and finality of judicial orders. In Shah Nawaz Alam versus State of Jharkhand and others, 2025 SCC Online, Jharkhand 20818, Division Bench, dealing with a sensitive international child custody dispute, the Division Bench of which Justice Nath was a part, held that while a writ of habeas corpus is maintainable, even when a child is in the custody of one parent, the paramount consideration remains the welfare of the minor, and the principles of comity of courts cannot override child welfare, particularly where Indian law and personal law considerations are involved. Justice Nath also contributed significantly to criminal jurisprudence in Jakira Stikka versus State of Jharkhand and another, 2023 SCC Online Jharkhand 2916, wherein the court held that maintenance under Section 125 of the Code of Criminal Procedure is not an automatic entitlement and must be assessed in light of conduct, desertion, and financial independence, ensuring equitable application of maintenance laws. In the realm of service and labor law, Brother Judge delivered an important judgment in Superintending Engineer Mechanical Circle, RCD versus Sanjay Kumar and others, 2024 SCC Online, Jharkhand 3487, wherein an ex parte labor award directing reinstatement with back wages was set aside for violation of binding High Court directions and the principles of natural justice, and the matter was remanded for fresh adjudication, underscoring the importance of procedure fairness and judicial discipline. During his tenure at this court, Justice Nath disposed of approximately 29,834 cases, comprising 24,499 main cases and 5,335 miscellaneous cases, reflecting sustained judicial diligence and commitment. He has shared bench with Justice Sujit Narayan Prasad, Justice Rangan Mukhopadhyay, Justice Ratnakar Bengda, Justice Ananda Singh, and Justice Rajesh Kumar. He also served as a member of several important committees of this court, including the state-level Committee for Monitoring Infrastructure of the District Judiciary, the Allotment Committee, the ACR Committee, the CAR Committee, and as a member of the Executive Committee of the Judicial Academy, Jharkhand. His experience, balanced perspective, and wisdom enriched deliberations and contributed to the sound institutional decision-making. Beyond the courtroom, Justice Nath is known for his gentle nature, humility, intellectual refinement, and unfailing courtesy. His conduct on and off the bench enhanced the dignity of the institution and earned him the esteem of his colleagues, members of the bar, and the court staff alike. His calm disposition and balanced judgment brought reassurance that matters before the court would receive careful, consensuous, and fair consideration. On this solemn occasion, the full court also places on record its deep appreciation for the silent yet steadfast support of his spouse, Ms. Rashmi Nath, whose contributions have been invaluable. We acknowledge with deep respect the sacrifices she made, particularly during the period of nearly 14 years, when she single-handedly nurtured and brought up their son, Aditya Nath, while Justice Nath was constrained by the demands of his judicial and administrative responsibilities. Such familial sports forms the unforeseen foundation upon which public service of this nature is built. Before I conclude, I wish to add a few words in my personal capacity. I've had the privilege of closely observing Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath, both in his judicial functioning and in his administrative roles. I've always found him to be a judge of quiet strength, deep integrity, and unfailing courtesy. His calm disposition, balanced judgment, and dignified conduct have been a source of reassurance to the colleagues and the bar alike. Justice Nath's presence on the bench brought with it a sense of composure and confidence that matters before the court would receive careful, consensuous, and fair consideration. I wish him from the depth of my heart a fulfilling, healthy, and peaceful life ahead, and I trust that his wisdom, experience, and balanced perspective will continue to serve the cause of justice and society at large beyond the courtrooms. The full court prays that he may be blessed with good health, peace, fulfillment, and happiness, and that his post-retirement years may be as meaningful and dignified as the long years of service to the judiciary. On behalf of the judges of this court, the bar, and the entire judicial fraternity of Jharkhand, I extend our deep gratitude, warm affection, and best wishes to Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath and his family for the years ahead. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Now I request the learned members of the bar to commence their address. First of all, I request Mr. Naveen Kumar.
My Lords, Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Sri Tarlok Singh Chauhan and other companion Honorable Judges of High Court of Jharkhand at Ranchi, the learned Chairman, Jharkhand State Bar Council, Sri Rajendra Krishna ji, the learned Additional Advocate General, Sri Sachin Kumar, the Standing Council Union of India, Sri Sunil Kumar, learned Senior Advocates of the Advocate Association, learned Registrar General and members of Registry, the Standing Council State of Jharkhand, all learned members of the Advocates Association, respected spouses of the Honorable Judges and respected family members of Justice Ambuj Nath. Today we gather with mixed emotions, gratitude for the privilege of working alongside Justice Ambuj Nath and a sense of loss as we bid farewell to a remarkable jurist and an even more remarkable human being. On the 24th of December 2025, Justice Nath will retire from his position as Judge of Jharkhand High Court, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire generations of lawyers and judges. In the legal profession, we often celebrate sharp legal minds, impressive judgments, and scholarly contribution. Justice Ambuj Nath possesses all of these qualities in abundance. His legal acumen is well known. His judgments are cited with respect, and his understanding of law is both deep and nascent. But what truly sets Justice Ambuj Nath apart, what makes his retirement particularly poignant, is something far more fundamental: his humanity. Throughout his distinguished tenure, Justice Ambuj Nath has demonstrated an extraordinary quality that no law school can teach and no legal text can impart: the ability to remain a good human being in all circumstances. In a profession where adversarial positions can sometimes breed personal animosity, Justice Ambuj Nath has never harbored ill will, hatred, or negative impressions towards any member of the bar. This is not merely a professional achievement, it is a testament of his character. His relationship with the bar has been exemplary. He has treated every advocate, whether senior or junior, whether arguing eloquently or fumbling through submissions, with respect, patience, and genuine kindness. He has understood that behind every brief is a lawyer trying to serve their client, and behind every argument is a human being deserving of dignity. This empathy has created an atmosphere in his courtroom where justice is not just delivered, but is seen and felt by all who enter. We believe that being a good human being is the most important trait of anyone who sits in judgment over others. Legal knowledge can be acquired, precedents can be studied, but compassion, fairness, and absence of prejudice, these qualities define whether justice is truly served. Justice Ambuj Nath embodies this principle. His honesty has been unwavering, his integrity unquestionable, and his learning extensive. But it is his humanity that has made him not just a good judge, but a great one. As Justice Ambuj Nath embarks on his new chapter, we are reminded that the law is ultimately about people, their hopes, their rights, their dignity. Justice Ambuj Nath has never forgotten this. He has shown us that the scales of justice are balanced not just by legal reasoning, but by the human heart that wakes the arguments. Sir, as you retire, you leave behind a bench that is diminished by your absence, but enriched by your example. You have shown us that a judge can be learned without being arrogant, authoritative, without being intimidating, and firm, without being harsh. The legal community of Jharkhand has been blessed by your service. We wish you good health, happiness, and fulfillment in your retirement. May you enjoy the fruits of your years of dedication, surrounded by loved ones and the respect of all who have had the privilege of appearing before you or working alongside with you. Thank you, Justice Ambuj Nath, for your service, your wisdom, and above all, for your humanity.
Now I request Sri Rajendra Krishna, Chairman, Jharkhand State Bar Council.
Honorable Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan, the Chief Justice of Jharkhand High Court, Honorable Companion Judges of Jharkhand High Court, and most respected spouses of the Honorable Judges, especially Srimati Rashmi Nath, the wife of Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath, his son Aditya Nath, and all other respected family members. The honorable members of the Jharkhand State Bar Council present here in this august gathering, learned Additional Advocate General Sachin Ji, learned Secretary Advocate Association Naveen Kumar Ji, learned Senior Standing Counsel Sunil Kumar Ji, all learned senior members, senior advocates present in this august gathering, learned Registrar General, members of the registry, court staff, and all members of this association. Today, we gather in this hallowed hall, bidding farewell to a judge who has been, in every sense, a lawyer's judge. The journey of Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath is a remarkable narrative of transition and excellence. Born into a family of lawyers, the seeds of justice were showed early. Yet, his lordship's first chose the precision of science, graduating with the BSc in chemistry honors from the prestigious St. Xavier's College, Ranchi. Perhaps it was this scientific temperament, the need of evidence, the search for truth, and the analytical rigor that he later carried into Campus Law College, Delhi, and eventually to the bar in 1988. Having practiced in Ranchi bench of Patna High Court, in Civil Court Ranchi, and later on in Jharkhand High Court, his lordship understands the pulse of advocates. He knows the struggles, the research, the passion into a lawyer's brings to the podium. Justice Nath's career as a testament to the fact that a great judge is often a great administrator. Joining the Superior Judicial Service in 2001, he served with distinction as a principal judge, Dhanbad as well as Devghar. However, his contribution to the administrative machinery of this High Court is unparalleled. As a Registrar General, Registrar Administration, and Central Project Coordinator, he was a silent engine behind the scene. His role in the computerization and modernization of our judicial system has made the lives of every advocate in Jharkhand easy, ensuring that the technology serves the cause of justice also. Upon his elevation as a permanent judge on 8th of October 2021, Justice Ambuj Nath brought a profound depth to the bench. His judgments are characterized by a rare blend of strict legal interpretation and a social empathy. We, the bar, remember with great respect his decisions in the Suresh Prasad case, where my lords fortified the protection for women by interpreting section 113B of the Evidence Act, holding that the court shall presume guilt in dowry deaths if essential elements are proven. Equally significant was his ruling that denying proper medical aid to a wife to enforce Dowry demands constitutes cruelty under section 498A IPC. This was just a legal finding. It was also a humanitarian declaration. While observing his career at the bench, it is reflected from his deep understanding of dignity of the bar and delicate balance required between the bench and the officers of the state. And the same is a great learning for every other advocate who has argued before my lords. From handling high-profile defamation quashing pleas to clarifying that witnesses of search and seizure need not be summoned unnecessarily, his tenure has been one of the practical wisdom and legal clarity. Exactly 24 years ago, that is 24 December 2001, my lord joined the judicial service. Tomorrow my lord is retiring. Today is the pre-retirement speech, we are delivering on this occasion. My lord is leaving behind a legacy of integrity that is pure as the chemistry he once studied and as binding as the law he eventually mastered. To Justice Ambuj Nath, the bar will miss you, sir. Your patient hearing, your treatment with the advocates, and your justice to the society. We will miss the precision of your questions, because my lord used to tell me only this, precision of your questions and fairness of your orders. You never allowed the weight of ropes to distance you from the man of Calfum omnibus or the junior advocates struggling at the back of the court. On behalf of Jharkhand State Bar Council, as well as on behalf of the advocates all over the Jharkhand, on my behalf, I wish you a retirement filled with the same peace and dignity you brought to this bench. May your next innings be as fulfilling as your time under these arches. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Now I request Sri Sachin Kumar, learned AAG 2, to commence his address.
My Lord Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan, and other Honorable Judges of the High Court of Jharkhand, respected family members of the Honorable Mr. Justice, Honorable the Chief Justice, and Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath, the law officers of the State of Jharkhand, the learned Chairman Jharkhand State Bar Council, learned Secretary and Office Bearers of the Advocates Association, the Central Government Council, Union of India, learned Senior Advocates, learned Registrar General and other members of the Registry, and all learned members of the Bar present in this August gathering. Today we have assembled here to bid a farewell to a judge, Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath. It is not only a farewell, but this is an honor to a life dedicated to the service of justice, a mind trained in law, yet guided by conscience, and a personality that stood firm like a lighthouse for fairness, balance, and judicial grace. Justice Ambuj Nath was born on 24th December 1963 into a family of lawyers. But inheritance alone does not make a jurist. It is a character and the hard work that does. Justice Ambuj Nath carried forward the legal legacy not as a privilege, but as a responsibility. His academic journey itself speaks volumes about his intellectual foundation. A BSc Honours in Chemistry from St. Xavier College, Ranchi, followed by a law degree from Campus Law Center, University of Delhi in 1988, reflects a rare blend of scientific reasoning and legal understanding. I am very fortunate, my lord, that I am also an alumni of the same Campus Law Center, and I had also the privilege of, my lord, learning the law under the guidance of some of the professors, my lord, who were still there when I was a student of the Campus Law Center. After a successful career as an advocate at Ranchi, bench of the Patna High Court, and then before the Honorable Jharkhand High Court, Justice Ambuj Nath joined Jharkhand Superior Judicial Service as Additional Sessions Judge on 24th of December 2001, And interestingly, the date is the birthday of Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath. This is 24th of December 2001. Justice Ambuj Nath joined as an additional sessions judge. Justice Ambuj Nath served at various places in different capacities. Honorable Justice Ambuj Nath remained the principal district judge of Dharwad on 2 occasions, then at Devghar, and later in key administrative positions in the High Court. We had occasion, my lord, to appear before your lordship while your lordship was posted in the registry. Each role Justice Ambuj Nath undertook, he performed into a space of responsibility, order, and fairness. On 8th of October 2021, Justice Ambuj Nath was elevated as a permanent judge of the High Court of Jharkhand. From the day his courtroom became a place where the law was applied with clarity, patience, and fairness. His judgments reflected deep study, careful deliberations, and an awareness of the wider implications of judicial decisions. A judge's true strength lies not in the volume of words spoken, but in restraint, not in assertion of power, but in balance. Justice Ambuj Nath exemplifies these virtues throughout his tenure. His court was marked as patience in hearing, courtesy in interaction, and fairness in decision-making. Lawyers felt heard, litigants felt respected, and the institution stood strengthened. It is often said that for a judge, dignity can never coexist with bias. Justice Ambuj Nath lived his principle every day. His neutrality was not mechanical but conscious. His fairness was not passive but principled. The true test of a judge lies in his ability to remain unmoved by fear, temptation, personal attachment, or opposition. Justice Ambuj Nath embodied these timeless judicial ideas, which finds eloquent expression in the following classical wisdom. न भयात न प्रलोभात न सदेहात न विरोधात यह धर्म न जहाते न न्याय से मूर्ति रुचेत. Indeed, he never allowed fear, favor, affection, or pressure to cloud his conscience. For him, the seat of justice was not a position of authority, but a place of profound responsibility, where personal considerations dissolve and only duty remains. Justice Ambuj Nath also recognized that responsibility broadens vision. The higher the responsibility, the greater the need for balance, restraint, and foresight. His judgments reflected maturity of thoughts and awareness of social consequences. He never used knowledge to empower, he used it to illuminate. Young members of the bar found in him a judge from whom, quote, they emerged wiser. Senior advocates found in him a fair and attentive listener. The essence of his personality is beautifully captured in the ancient Sanskrit versa. Vidya dadati vinyam, vinyad yati patrtvam, patrtvam dhanam mapnoti, dhanat dharma tatah sukha. True knowledge leads to humility. Humility leads to worthiness. Worthiness brings prosperity. Prosperity strengthens rightness. And rightness ultimately leads to peace. Justice Ambuj Nath's life and career reflect his timeless progression. Justice Ambuj Nath is a living example of his wisdom. His learning gave him humility. His humility earned him respect. As he steps away from the bench today, we know that retirement from judicial office does not mean retirement from values. The wisdom he has shared, the standards he has set, and the examples he has created will continue to guide this institution for years to come. Justice Ambuj Nath leaves behind a legacy not retained only in judgments, but engraved in trust, dignity, and judicial grace. On behalf of the entire legal fraternity, on behalf of the Advocate General, the State of Jharkhand, we thank you, my Lord, for reminding us that justice is not a profession. It is a moral calling. We wish you a good health, peace of mind, and continued contribution to society in whatever role life now offers you. I conclude with a thought that truly defines his journey. You leave the bench, but you remain forever in the conscience of justice. Thank you, my Lord.
I now request Sri Sunil Kumar, Senior Standing Counsel, Central Government, to commence his address.
Honorable Mr. Justice Tarlok Singh Chauhan, the Chief Justice the Chief Justice, the Jharkhand at Ranchi, and other companion judges of this Honorable Court. Today, with deep respect and sense of gratitude, we bid farewell to the Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath ji, who delayed office on the attending the age of superannuation, and he is going to retire tomorrow. Honorable Justice Ambuj Nath, who had completed graduation BSc with subject chemistry honors from St. Xavier College, he has subsequently completed LLB from Campus Law College, New Delhi, in the year 1988. Thereafter, he has started practicing at Civil Court Ranchi and Ranchi Bench Patna Court, and later on at High Court of Jharkhand. Also, and he had been continued the practice subsequently on 24th 12/2021. He has been appointed as additional session judge, Dhanbad, and served High Court Higher Judiciary. He served 2 terms PDJ at Dhanbad District Court, Jharkhand, and Deoghar. He also performed duty as a joint registrar, list of computer, Central Project Coordinator, Registrar Administration, and Registrar General of the High Court of Jharkhand, Ranchi. He has served judicial service. Thereafter, he has been elevated as Judge of Jharkhand High Court and become a permanent Justice of the Honorable High Court on 8/10/2021. That his Lordship has served the Jharkhand judiciary with exceptional integrity, wisdom, and devotion to the rule of law. His Lordship reflects clarity of thought, fairness in approach of unwavering the commitment to justice. Throughout his illustration tenure, his Lordship upheld constitution value, ensured that justice was not only done but was seen to be done. Several judgments have been delivered by the Honorable Lordship in different subjects. Some of them has already been reported. Beyond the bench of Lordship, he has been sources of inspiration to bar, lawyer, courts, and patient to the recipient. His Lordship's judicial conduct and humanity will remain a guiding light for young members of the bar and bench alike. As His Lordship embark upon new chapter of life, we express our heritable appreciation for his individual contribution to the judiciary and illustration of justice. We wish Honorable Justice Ambuj Nath ji to his Lordship good health, peace, and fulfillment of continue in service of judiciary other responsibility.
I now request my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Ambuj Nath, Judge High Court of Jharkhand, to address us on this occasion.
My Lord Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Jharkhand, my companion brother and sister judges, respected Bhabijis, my family members, senior lawyers, मेरे बड़े भाई लोग, not so senior lawyers who are very close to my heart, Mr. Naveen Kumar, Secretary of Advocates Association, High Court of Jharkhand, Mr. Rajendra Krishna, Chairman, Jharkhand Bar Council, Mr. Sachin Kumar, Additional Advocate General, Mr. Sunil Kumar, Senior Standing Counsel, Registrar General and members of the Registry, ministerial staffs of this High Court, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to finally bid goodbye. Curtain will be drawn on 37 years of my public life, 13 years as a lawyer and 24 years on the bench. I have the substantial experience of working on both the sides. As a lawyer, I worked for myself. As a judge, I worked for a cause. I had endeavored to contribute towards nation building, towards the strengthening of society, and to assuage the pain of victims. My work as a judge was more satisfying. I vividly remember my first appearance as a lawyer in this court. It was court number 6 in the old High Court building, in the Court of Justice L.P.N. Sadeo. With butterflies in my stomach, I was waiting for his lordship to come to the courtroom. It was a dimly lit courtroom with a table lamp on the docket, focusing on the two Ashoka lions on the either side of the chair. I had a very strong desire to adorn that chair one day. A man proposes and God disposes. I thank the Almighty for letting me achieve my dreams. I started my journey as a lawyer, meandering through various assignments, and I will be departing at my office a very content and satisfied man. I thank everyone who joined in my journey in various capacities. I like to specially mention my batchmate and my colleague, late Vishnukant Sahai, who had joined with me in Dhanbad. Practicing on the criminal side here, I had very little knowledge about the procedures of on the civil side. He helped me, not only me, but other colleagues, into how to approach a civil case. He helped us in understanding the nuances of civil law. That made me stand in very good stead when I was assigned the roster of WPC in this court. I also thank my family, friends, and well-wishers who have given me moral and mental support throughout my career. I extend my gratitude and thanks to my colleagues on the bench, for without their help, I wouldn't have matured as a judge. As a lawyer, I had confined myself to statutes and legal doctrines. After some times, I felt that I was stagnating. I took the exam for the recruitment of additional district judge and was fortunate to be appointed in the first batch of district judges in Jharkhand. As a lawyer, I used to hold myself in a very good state. I had a very high esteem of myself. कि हम बहुत जानते हैं. When I joined Dhanbad, the bar showed me the mirror. कुछ नहीं जानते थे. I felt that my knowledge was very shallow. I learned a lot from Dhanbad bar. I also delved into study of legal philosophy, writings of great jurists, autobiographies of legal luminaries, and I tried to evolve. I never let my ego come in between. That I know everything, I tried to learn, and I am still learning till today. my message to the young lawyers is that all of you who are practicing have got profound legal knowledge. But in order to stand tall amongst all, you have to be very exceptional. Try to evolve by reading beyond law books, participate in debates, conferences, and seminars. Don't take the opinion of any writer for granted. Try to have your own opinion. Evolve as a jurist. I thank all the lawyers without whose support I would not have smooth sailing as a judge. All the staffs of this court, including ministerial staffs, my personal staffs, who are part and parcel of this legal fraternity. I will always hold you all in very high esteem and fondly remember your contribution in helping me in discharging my legal duty. Thank you.
My Lord, Honorable the Chief Justice, may I have the permission to conclude the full court farewell reference? The full court farewell reference proceedings stands concluded.